I maim the corrupted heart. You aim at its roots.
No, I don't much fancy my own garden.
Trust me, you don't want a garden.
It's locked. There must be a key. There's more of them.
Get the hell out of there! Stop that spectre before it possesses the corpse.
I do not like this place one bit. Here we are. Now, let's find the symbol.
Unclean spirit, leave now.
Bloody dark in here. Someone's been here already. Looks like Helen found Mrs. Ingersoll's stash. Oil, sugar, salt. Isn't this Nathaniel Sather's stolen merchandise?
Yes, it is.
Think you could take on a ghost?
Watch out!
Try this on for size. A ledger for Ingersoll's store. Same dates, but with much higher figures.
2 different ledgers, one of which was locked inside a chest. I think I understand. She stole her own merchandise and hid it in the mines. Then she hid the accounts that would expose her lie. Why would she do that?
Helen wanted to take her merchandise. She doesn't want to share, she wants to sell. She's selfish. Nathaniel broke his promise and doesn't regret it.
Skint, he betrayed Mrs. Ingersoll for a couple of Helen Priest's coins. We should go back to him.
Excuse me.
Mrs. Ingersoll. That you?
I think so, Mr. McWraith. I think so. Mistress Duarte. Dear Lord, you're a spirit too. What happened?
I was going to ask you the very same question. What are you doing here?
You came to my store. Then you've met Nathaniel. Would you give him a message from me? Tell him he must stay. He made a promise. He must honor it.
So, you haunt Nathaniel. But he told us you stole your own cash box. Why?
Priest took my stock. All I had left was the money. I thought I'd start again somewhere else. Boston. Where it all began.
This isn't what you had in mind, eh?
I have business yet. You'll see.
We found some merchandise stashed away. Oil, sugar, some, spoons. We suspect it was stolen. Is it yours?
I believe it is. Or at least it was.
Helen Priest lays claim to it. For the company.
And how does Helen Priest know about it? Because Nathaniel told her. He broke my confidence. He broke my heart. For the sake of his return to Boston and a life of ease, he'll trample the legacy of those who made him. He betrayed us. I knew what he was up to. That is why I ran. And because I ran, I died.
I'll ask you some questions, if you don't mind. What are you to Nathaniel? Where did you meet?
One day, an orphan boy came to our store in Boston hoping to learn the trade. He had this idea that he would sell hats. Everyone needs hats, he'd say. We gave him a job. He's been with us ever since. He's my barker, my salesman. He's born to it. He writes well, too. You should read the letters he sends to his friend, Thomas, in Boston.
Tell me more about Thomas.
He and Nathaniel are very close. Natty writes at least once a month. Were you married, Mr. Duarte? There was a time when I would have judged you if you were not. Now I know better. Love is love, whichever way it comes to you. Natty loves Thomas as well as any man ever loved a woman. Maybe better. What do you think of that?
I don't disagree, but sometimes love demands terrible sacrifice. Where are you from?
Boston, originally. Now I'm from New Eden. You?
Cuba, originally. Now I'm from everywhere and nowhere. Was it in Boston where you met your husband?
It was. I went into his shop one day and there he was. And you? Did you meet Mr. McCraith in Cuba?
God, no. We met in London. We met through work.
Yes. It happens. Or so I've heard.
We'll be off then. We'll be in touch.
Then I'll await your return. Or not.
May we talk, Mr. Sather?
I'd like nothing more. How can I be of service?
So, salesman, sell me something, if you can.
My pleasure. Tell me, what do you need and what do you want?
We must talk about the widow's accounts. They're meagre enough.
You surprise me, sir, and by that I mean you do not surprise me in the least. If the coffer was full, I'd be halfway to Boston by now.
Is that why you're selling your stock cheap?
Everything must go, sir. Or I'll not carry this junk back to Boston and the coin will pay my way.
Bathsheba kept the money she owes you, and now you're stuck here. Boston no more than a memory.
That's it, exactly. Now you understand the urgency.
I've bad news for you. I found Bathsheba's body. The wolves got her.
Oh no. Poor widow Ingersoll. I so dearly wish she'd made it safely to Boston. Did you find the cash box?
I found something else. The note. You told Priest exactly where to find the merchandise that Mrs. Ingersoll had hidden in the mines.
Ah. Now, I have a number of excuses, but I get the feeling you won't be interested in any of them. Nor, to be honest, am I. I did the right thing. Followed Bathsheba to her hiding place, and then I told Mrs. Priest where to find it. The stock will keep people alive. Now is no time for commerce.
You lied to your employer. Did she deserve it?
Listen, Bathsheba no longer knew what she was doing. She lived in the past, while we live in the present, and the future comes charging towards us. She wallows in grief, to the detriment of her friends and neighbours. She wouldn't give up the goods, so I gave them up for her.
All right. It's time.
I hear you, Mr. Sather. But I'd like to hear Widow Ingersoll's thoughts on the matter too. Wouldn't you?
Dear Lord, what are you?
Worry not, Nathaniel. This is the ghost that haunts the store. Bathsheba Ingersoll.
Back to tell me one more time that you're not going to pay me?
That money is my husband's legacy, and I shall decide what's to be done with it.
Money is mine. I earned it. All those years, I stood by my promise, but you did not. You lied about the books. You cheated me.
I, a cheat? You swore to my husband on his deathbed that the store would go on. You swore an oath to a dying man, and then you broke it.
I swore to help you with your grief. To keep running the store while you mourned. But you did not mourn. Instead, you poured your heart into his business. You won't let it go. You won't let him go. I can give you no more time. I have a life to live. Your dead husband does not. You must let me go.
By renouncing his business, you bury my husband a second time. Ingersoll's name will die because of you.
It's time to end this. Nathaniel Sather, you broke a promise to a dying man. The man who gave you everything. It brought the angry ghost of his widow back to haunt you.
What's this? What are you doing?
Someone has to pay the piper. May as well be you.
I, the shop boy, have paid the Banishers' bill.
Hunter's roster, and Theodore Shepard is overdue.
I remember Shepherd. He's probably dead.
Go then.
Think you'll get me, do you?
Try not to get shot.
Let's get back up.
You shouldn't stay in there.
Come back. We're not done here.
Ready and waiting.
There's more of them.
Don't miss, you piece of shit! I'm better than you! You hear me? Aye! King of the musket, me! The shadow of the woods!
You alright, Shepherd?
All's well, mate. I had them wolves where I wanted them. But, you can still be of help.
You seem haunted.
What was your first clue? By Flora Abbott, for you ask. The tar-faced cow.
Flora's dead. How? When?
What does it matter? The hag's ghost tried to kill me.
Why you?
Who knows how her kind think? They're naturally devious. You know that. She tried to kill me, in my own cave. Well, that proves it. Slavery's a gift to 'em.
I beg your pardon.
Steady. We have a ghost to take care of. We can rip this shitebag's throat out later.
Maybe I can help. I know about ghosts. You mentioned a cave. Yours?
Aye. I used it as a hunting lodge. Or I did, till Abbott turned up. A ghost did anyway. She attacked me. Ran for me life. Had to leave some of my things behind. Be a mate and pick it up for me, eh?
Maybe I'll keep it for myself. What sort of gear are we talking about?
It'd be no use to you. But it would to me. A notebook, several wolf traps, worth little enough to you, worth a little more to me. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
I wonder what we'll learn at Teddy's cave.
I'll be on my way.
Farewell to you, mate.
You! Leave him to me.
A ghost was listening. Flora Abbott, I'd say. She left traces.